KUAM News, winner of the 2020 Regional Edward R. Murrow Award for Excellence in Social Media.
Tokyo 21, presented locally by IT&E.
Hafa, welcome to Weekend Edition. Glad you could join us. Guadalupe and Public Health are working on a vaccination plan for Guam, but officials warn it won't be available immediately to the community at large.
At the beginning of the month, U.S. Surgeon General Dr. Jerome Adams announced that Guam would be receiving the COVID vaccines possibly by the end of the month. Since then, GovGuam has been working to put together a plan on how it will be distributed. Lieutenant Governor Josh Tenorio.
I have been working hard with Guam Public Health and the medical side of that to come up with a good plan for unveiling that, with Pfizer being first, and then it looks like the Moderna vaccine coming after that, and all of them still active. So I think there's cause for optimism. I think the Pfizer one, when the efficacy rate was 90% in the beginning, and with more data, it went up to 95%, which is the same as Moderna.
According to the Lieutenant Governor, he's also been on calls with the CDC and other federal officials in the nation's capital.
Although they haven't come up with their strict guidelines yet, but they have telegraphed to us, and we have already started to poll healthcare workers and those that are responsible for COVID response and patient care to determine how many of them are willing to take a vaccine. And of course, a vaccine is optional.
First in line would be healthcare workers and frontliners. The governor's Physicians Advisory Group, however, would like to see another group added to the priority list. PAG chairperson Dr. Hoa Win.
What we recommend is that the dialysis patient will be the next batch. You know, those are the most, the highest comorbidity at the moment. So we have 300-400 of them, and they need to be prioritized first because, you know, we don't want to lose any one of them.
The details, meanwhile, are still being worked out.
Basically, what we're doing is we have to come up with a lot of data points so that we can help the U.S. government make a case to get, greater distribution of the doses on Guam. But it's all based on how many were manufactured in the States, when they would be coming out. A lot of planning and logistics on the national front. And so for locally, it's making sure that we're ready for that pipeline and that we have all the logistical considerations down, the facilities down, and, you know, all the kind of things that we'd be able to launch a successful campaign in terms of getting people vaccinated.
The Lieutenant Governor warns it could take months before the vaccine is actually available and urges the community to stay healthy and follow safety protocols. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Sabrina Salas, Matanani.
We've told you about the COVID antibody treatment called bamlanivimab, but the Guam Memorial Hospital has also been administering another treatment by using antibodies from COVID-positive patients that have recovered. Sabrina Salas, Matanani reports.
20 units of convalescent plasma have been donated by the American Red Cross to Guam Memorial Hospital.
It's just like receiving fresh frozen plasma, blood transfusion. And so, but the convalescent plasma is just really the liquid, they remove the red blood cells from that blood product. So it's just the plasma that's filled with antibodies, with protein, with electrolytes, and other nutrients, but primarily the antibodies from individuals who have had COVID.
Similar to the antibody treatment bamlanivimab, the convalescent plasma is given to COVID patients through a transfusion. According to GMH administrator, at least 3 COVID patients at GMH have undergone the convalescent plasma treatment.
The theory is that, and the scientific data on it is that those antibodies from individuals who recovered from COVID is what then these individuals will receive from this convalescent plasma. It's to boost their immune, to give them the additional antibodies so that they can, get through this COVID infection, with the better results and better recovery.
You may recall it was in July the Armed Services Blood Program at Naval Hospital Guam announced a blood drive for convalescent plasma donors to help support the readiness of active duty service members. That drive ended in September. Meanwhile, as for an update on Bamlani VMOB, at least 5 transfusions have been conducted at GMH. Out of the 50 vials received by the hospital, 25 were given to GRMC. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Sabrina Salas, Matsunani.
2 men were arrested after allegedly trying to steal a motorcycle at a Tamuning condominium. 37-year-old Eric Franklin Farron Arceo and 26-year-old Raymond Sablan Laguania II were each charged with attempted theft of a motor vehicle and possession of a Schedule II controlled substance. Arceo also was charged with burglary and theft of property. According to court documents, at about 11:23 p.m. Tuesday, police responded to a motor vehicle complaint in Tamuning. The witness said just before 11 p.m., he saw a Ford SUV backed into a parking stall, blocking both ways of travel in the condo parking lot. 2 men, later identified as Arceo and Laguania, were trying to put a motorcycle into the back of the SUV. They dropped the motorcycle and took off after seeing the witness. Police were able to locate the SUV with the suspects and a woman inside. During a search of the vehicle, police found a small bag with a substance that tested presumptive positive for meth inside the woman's bag. The woman said the drugs belonged to Arceo. Police also found a pipe in the car which the woman said was used to smoke the drug ice and that it belonged to Laguania. 2020 has postponed or canceled many of the annual events we look forward to. But as many small businesses struggle to survive and operate, the call to buy local is greater than ever. The 3rd annual Christmas Pops Holiday Shopping Fair is back, and this year we're going completely virtual, bringing together the island's biggest array of local vendors together with an online resource for shops and a special broadcast and live stream with Team KUAM on Sunday, November 29th at 11 a.m. on KUAM TV8 and the KUAM News Facebook page, with additional showtimes on the stations and networks of KUAM up to December 11. Tune in and support some of the island's amazing businesses. Now it's time for our weekly Just for Kids segment. Sharing with us some great things to bake up as a snack for the holidays is Kiki Leon Guerrero.
Happy holidays. So today we are going to be making apple croissants. See, we have croissants right here. And we also have nutmeg and cinnamon. And we also have the brown sugar and melted butter and apples. So now we are going to add my cinnamon sugar. I already added my brown sugar. Now I'm going to mix it. Now that all our stuff are prepped, today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do the butter. So I'm going to just add a little bit of the butter, like half. And now I'm going to spread it. Now I'm going to put a spoonful of all my 3 ingredients in here. Now that my mixture is on my croissant, I'm going to put the 2 apples. You can put 1 or 2. Now that it's on, I'm going to roll it up. So you have to kind of like get the edges a little, and you have to kind of like hold your apple and roll it. See how I'm holding my apple while I'm going forward? And that's how you make a croissant. This is how you make apple croissants. It's a very easy recipe. Thanks for baking with Kiki. Make sure you wear your mask and stay 6 feet apart, and we hope Guam can be safe. Happy holidays!
Thanks so much, Kiki. Stay tuned. Next on Weekend Edition, we have trend spotting and still to come, sports with Dave Delgado.
Get up-to-the-minute news, plus access to alerts, streaming radio, promotions, and more on your mobile device by downloading the KUAM News mobile app, available at the App Store now.
Get going with GTA Prepaid Unlimited. It's easy to load. Simply press *488#, send, select 2 on your screen, and then load. And with fast LTE data, you're able to quickly connect and share to your digital world. Plus, with reliable service, you're able to connect with loved ones whenever, wherever. GTA, we start with you.
We value relationships because when we commit,
I love you guys until you're 80, until you're 90, until you're 100, forever.
we are in it for the long run. So you can enjoy the moments that matter. Because when we commit to relationships, we never stop caring. Calvo's Select Care, health care that is always there for you. Federal employees and annuitants enroll today.
We are deep into the holiday season, but COVID is not letting up. And there were also a couple other big stories on your mind this week. I'm Tyler Mattinati, and here's your trend spotting report. We'll start with COVID, where cases continue to climb. Since we last met, we lost 10 more Guamanians to the virus. So, as of Friday morning, we were up to 111 COVID-19 related fatalities. And just before we carved the turkey this week, Public Health sent out a strong reminder to adhere to COVID-19 directives. The agency announced violators could be fined upwards of $1,000 for ignoring the social distancing mandates, which includes the number of people you can celebrate the holidays with. The fines apply to both individuals and businesses and will be handled through the Superior Court's Traffic Division. So, like your speeding ticket, you also can challenge your fine. Here's what you thought of the penalties. On Facebook, Stephen Linnell says, violating our First Amendment right. Here comes a lawsuit. Public Health and GPD can't enter a private residence without the owner's consent. Jin 730 Mark says, whack, just like your PCOR 1 or 1.5 or whatevers. And AO Kid 671 adds, well, if COVID was really serious, everything wouldn't be opening up, now would it? And this week, our Andy Wheeler shared his thoughts on why we need to follow the public health directives, especially during the holidays. Andy is struggling with a disease that's left him without functioning kidneys.
We just need to take a second to think about those we might affect by gathering in large numbers, by not practicing physical distancing, by not wearing our masks. Because if I get this, it will very, very likely end very badly for me, at least putting me in the hospital with serious conditions. I may look healthy, I'm pretty slim, I look physically fit, but I'm very vulnerable. So there are those in your life that you love, that you hold dear, that also might be vulnerable.
Here are some of your comments. Nancy Villanueva says, I see just an ordinary guy here speaking from his heart. May you, Andy, let your sickness lead you to God. He's what we all need right now. Sarah Jesus says, prayers to you, Andy, and thank you for reminding us to keep safe and follow the guidelines in keeping distance from others and family, even if it's hard. But that's what we all need to do. God bless you and your family. Stepping away from COVID and back to the courts, Mark Torrey Jr. was found not guilty of negligent homicide in the 2015 shooting death of Guam Police Department Sergeant Albert Piolo. This was the second trial for the former police officer who was convicted in 2017. Mark Torrey Jr. asserted in both trials he had an alcoholic blackout and that Piolo, better known as Bert, shot himself. Torrey's first homicide conviction overturned after his attorney argued body cam footage should not have been allowed in trial. Torrey responded to the verdict this week with his attorney, Jay Areola.
I'm overwhelmed, very thankful, very appreciative of all the support over 5 years. Thank you.
We want to thank the jury to have sat through this long trial all these days through a pandemic with concerns about their family and their loved ones at home. They really showed that the system works.
But there was no justice for Piolo's family.
We're not satisfied with this result. The verdict is so unfair. My son lost his life. He's pleading his life. And the verdict returned not guilty. What about his firearms? He owns the firearms. It's registered to him. My God. What kind of justice is this?
Piolo was shot with Tori's firearm, and during a 911 call played back in court, Piolo had said, quote, "He shot me," unquote. We took a poll and asked if you agreed with the jury. Just 10% of you said yes, while an overwhelming 90% of you did not agree with the verdict. Now let's hear some of your comments. Lorena again says, "How can he sleep at night? If justice can't be served, then karma will take place. Only the Lord knows what happened that night." Jacob Loss adding, "It's a sad day for the Piolo family and Guam residents. Again, our justice system failed us huge." Arlene Lazama says, "Unbelievable. This news makes me more sad and angry." Salgrecia says, "Sad that he is getting away with murder. Prayers to Officer Piolo's family for their great loss and the injustice of our justice system." Before we part, there are 2 big holiday events you've got to check out with us. This Sunday, KUAM is celebrating our 3rd annual Christmas Pops Holiday Shopping Fair, and we are doing it virtually at 11 a.m. November 29th. Catch our live stream on the KUAM News Facebook page to see our lineup of local vendors. Then check out KUAMChristmasPops.com and shop till you drop. And on December 1st, this coming Tuesday, it's Giving Tuesday. You're invited to come on down to our Harmon station for our donation drive-thru. Bring canned goods and toys to help support needy families through the Salvation Army this Christmas. We're going to have live entertainment while you help us celebrate the season of giving, so come through. Despite the tough stories this week, it feels great to leave on a good note. So we hope that you'll tune in on Sunday for Christmas Pops and swing by for Giving Tuesday next week. Until next time, adjust.
It makes myself and it makes my team members very proud to work for an organization that has been on island for many years with its focus on reliability, dependability, and commitment to the communities that they operate in.
Matson's a great corporate citizen to the community.
We all benefit from any sort of environmental commitment we make. One of the ways that we do that is with our Adahi Utano program. There's action behind it, and so action breeds commitment.
With the Kaimana Gila coming to Guam, this brings a new age and modernization to the island.
It's exciting for me because it's a brand new ship and we can carry more freight into the islands. It just shows growth for Guam and Micronesia.
Matson would be nothing without its customers, and we hope to continue to serve you for decades to come.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep.
What's up, Guam? Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports. Thanks for watching. On the show tonight, Frank the Crank Camacho. We're chopping it up, talking about his COVID experience. Being a professional athlete during the pandemic, you tested positive during training camp and had to withdraw from your fight a few months ago. What was your initial thought, and what was the game plan to beat the virus?
Yeah, so when I got the call that I tested positive for COVID during fight week, I was super bummed, you know, man. I was getting ready to cut weight. It was a good weight cut. Fortunately, I didn't have any too crazy symptoms. I had a little runny nose. I really just thought it was the air quality because of the fires in California, or it was super dry in Vegas compared to Guam. I was super bummed. You know, training camps are expensive. You know, I'm away from family, and I don't want to fight and spread the virus to my opponent and to everyone, you know. So the UFC gave me the option of either my 10-day quarantine at a hotel in Vegas, or I was gonna they're gonna give me a car to drive back to California to home quarantine.
Well, being in the UFC and preparing for fights, going through so many tests for COVID, was it challenging mentally to stay on top of training, having to get swabbed all those times, and still wondering about the results?
No, you know, I was in the mindset of really, man, this is the day and age, bro. You know what I mean? Like, well, you're gonna be getting tested. You know, we got to take all the precautions needed. But yeah, it didn't bother me one bit. I was really focusing on the things that I could control. You know, I could control my training. I could control me going to practice. I could control me waking up in the morning, going for my morning runs, eating good. You know, drinking, hydrating with all my water. So, you know, getting swabbed all the time. Yeah, it kind of sucked, but I was mentally prepared for it.
Staying in shape and working out, taking vitamins and supplements. Do you think that helped out in your recovery?
Oh, for sure, man. If anything, I think because of how, you know, of the way I take care of my body being an athlete, because of that, the virus didn't hit me hard at all. You know, if anything, I tell people all the time is try to be the worst host for any virus or for any disease for that matter. You know what I mean? Like I was just trying to, I was just visualizing it, like COVID coming into my body. I was like, man, I can't attach myself to anything. You know what I mean? Like whatever. So just be the worst host for COVID-19, and just be the worst host for any disease, you know, for that matter.
The holiday season here, while we all want to loosen up, visit friends and family, the talks about face-to-face learning and non-contact sports hopefully making a return in the early part of 2021. Now is not the time to let your guard down.
100%. You know, let's continue to let's continue to do what we can to get rid of it. You know, I mean, you know, and I feel like one of the best ways to do that is to take care of yourself and take care of your family's health the best that you can. You know, and be responsible to, you know, not spreading it to someone that, you know, potentially cannot fight the disease, you know? So yeah, this is where you don't put your guard down, you know, just keep your hands up and still continue to fight.
Well, for anyone out there that did test positive, their experience could have been life-changing and may still have lingering issues after getting over the virus. What advice can you offer from your experience?
Man, my experience, I truly believe, man, that my activity level, you know, being active, hydrating, and probably 70 to 80% of my success with COVID was nutrition, dude. I was just eating good. You know what I mean? Like 2,200 calories a day. Like, you know, some people eat 2,200 calories a meal. You know, man, you look at a Thanksgiving plate, sometimes that's 2,200 calories right there. So I really owe it to my health and the time when I did get COVID. You know, I was in peak shape. I was getting ready for a big fight, and I was eating good. I was optimal. You know, I was again, like I said again, I was the worst host for COVID. Yeah, I just really highly recommend people just taking ownership of their health, you know, and doing everything they can. Eat healthy, nutritious food, lots and lots of water. You know, I like to say, drink your calories, don't eat your calories. So, you know, those big milkshakes, man, put those things away, whatever, you know what I mean, man, drink your calories, I drink 2 gallons of water a day. I just pounded like almost half a gallon and it's only almost 9 o'clock in the morning. Take your supplements. My supplements, I don't even take crazy supplements, man. I just take my multivitamins. I take vitamin C, vitamin D, and wellness formula, and fish oils, you know, just your basics. and sleep, rest, get that 7 to 8 hours of sleep, and a positive mindset, will really just take you far.
When you're battling something like COVID, mentally, you got to think that you are going to beat it and you are going to get over it.
Oh, for sure. And unfortunately, a lot of people are not as fortunate, as like with health wise as being an athlete. But I'm as an athlete, and shoot, you know it as well. Like, man, the mental side of just the positive affirmations of, hey man, I'm gonna get through it. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna beat this thing. I'm gonna go for it. It's that positive affirmations really just help with the success of really anything, And then this time the battle was COVID, so and it just really just helped my my mental and emotional state. I was able to talk to my family and just be like, hey man, okay, we're gonna get, So I mean, for me, honestly though, I was just so blessed, man. I was so lucky that I didn't really feel anything with COVID, honestly. I just got a runny nose and then I lost taste and smell. Some people tend to get like super body aches and fevers, and I didn't get nothing. You know what I mean? I was so lucky. I was really a bad host for it.
Well, what's next for you? I see your family growing, baby on the way.
Yeah.
You still have time to push positive vibes and use your platform to continue to talk about COVID and other main issues.
Just continue to be the island boy that I am. Every day I try to spend as much time with my family. Like, see, I got the homeschool for my 4-year-old after this. You know what I mean? And we got another one. We got a little one on the way. Just staying as active as I can, spending as much time with the family, especially during the holidays. And we're definitely looking at a next year, early next year return. Yeah, so I'm just super stoked about that.
Are you looking to save? Here at Cars Plus, it's Black Friday every day. You'll love our entire Hyundai SUV lineup, like the 2020 Hyundai Tucson, ranked Best Compact SUV by J.D. Power in 2020. Drive home in your new Tucson starting as low as $158 per paycheck, equipped with Guam's only lifetime powertrain warranty. That's right, there's only one place to shop for your SUV this November. It's here at Cars Plus. Call us at 477-7807 to schedule your appointment today. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Get going with GTA Prepaid Unlimited. It's easy to load. Simply press star 488 pound, send, select 2 on your screen, and then load. And with fast LTE data, you're able to quickly connect and share to your digital world. Plus, with reliable service, you're able to connect with loved ones whenever, wherever. GTA, we start with you.
And before we close out the news tonight, our latest round of birthday shout-outs from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club.
This weekend, we say happy birthday to Matthias, who celebrates birthday number 3, and to our youngest grandchild. May your day be amazing like you. And may your years ahead have promise of a brighter and safer future. Sending lots of love, say Grandma Ree and all your family on Guam, in Texas, in California, and Washington State. Millie Camacho, happy birthday blessings to you, Mom, Grandma, and Great-Grandma, who glides a house. Thank you for that shout out. Great job. Travian Vince Gonzalo, birthday number 10. Hey, double digits. Love Mom, Dad, your brothers, and baby sister, and your entire family. Lisa Marie Marquez, happy birthday to the most awesomest supervisor ever. You are an amazing person, and I hope you have a wonderful birthday. And on Sunday, November 29th, Brian Francisco, happy birthday to our amazing dad and our superhero. With lots of love, Mariana and Kaden. Great job with the shout-outs, guys. Hope each and every one of you who had a birthday this weekend had the best one.
And that's all the time we have from all of us here at Guam's News Network. Thanks for watching and have a safe weekend.